Yes, guys, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. We have agreed a deal in principle with Ben White, and the big question now that remains on that end is how good is he? How will Arsenal basically change with Ben White? We're going to react to some of his skills. We're going to look at some of his skills: elegance, ball playing, passing, tactics, defensive tactics, ability. Look at what he can do on video and what he can't do. So we're gonna get a couple of clips, put them together, and react to them. But before we do get into that, Sky Sport have put out a report comparing Ben White and all the Arsenal defenders last season. They've really compared them in areas of passing, in areas of area balls won, ground balls won, things like that. And we're actually going to look at that report, try to analyze it. It really shows that Ben White wins many Arsenal defenders in many areas. Although in areas like passing accuracy, you think Rob Holding was a little bit better, but in things like creating more chances per 90, creating more chances per 90, dribbles per 90, it was Ben White. So we're gonna look at that. Do smash a like on the video, do subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comment box below. This is personal, just tell me, Cossy, your content is good, or tell me, Cossy, I don't like your content. Just that. Tell me that in the comments below. Tell me, Cossy, your content is good, or I don't like your content. That is all I want, and we'll be very glad to get in your comments. Do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's look at these statistics. Right. Like I said, these were prepared by Sky Sport, and they looked at a couple of areas. They compared Ben White, Gabriel Magalhaes, David Luiz, Pablo Mari, and Rob Holding, because those were our centre backs last season. So if you look at the, in terms of your appearances, it is Ben White that had more appearances than any other Arsenal defender. Actually, the only player that was close to Ben White in terms of appearances was Gabriel Magalhaes, was Rob Holding, 30 appearances last season. In terms of minutes played last season, he played 3,194 minutes. And no Arsenal player absolutely had more minutes than him, in terms of a central defender. Clean sheets, he had 11 clean sheets in 36 appearances. And of course, Rob Holding had 11 clean sheets in 30 appearances. Obviously, you have to put the fact that he plays for Manchester. He was playing for Brighton. You've got to think about that as well. Tackles per 90. Rob Holding was the better player. 1.51 tackles per 90. And Ben White actually had 1.38 tackles per 90. So in that category, Rob Holding was actually the better player. And interceptions per 90, he actually recorded last season. He recorded he records 1.75 tackles per 90, and that is actually better than any other Arsenal defender. Because look, it is only Gabriel Magalhaes and David Luiz that managed to record at least an interception per 90. The rest, Rob Holding and Pablo Mari, are in 0.8 and 0.9 respectively. Dribbles per 90, he tries out 0.68 dribbles per 90. Gabriel 0.2, Luiz 0.1, Holding 0.28, and Pablo Mari 0.3. So again, he's a very strong player in terms of dribbles. Creating chances per 90, he creates 0.23 chances per 90. And the rest of the Arsenal backline is actually below 0.2, because the player that comes close to him is actually Rob Holding, who has 0.14 chances created per 90. Passes in the final third per 90, he records 10 passes per 90. David Luiz, as you would expect, is the better player there, with 11.15 passes in the final third. I'm not really surprised. Luiz is that good as a ball playing centre back, and so good in getting those passes and balls in the final area. Passing accuracy in the opposition half, then that was Rob Holding with 77% passing accuracy in the opposition half. And obviously Ben White had 73.47%. Gabriel had 77 as well. Luis has 69, and Pablo Mari had 70. So again, he doesn't fall far behind. In passing accuracy forward, he tries that at a percentage of 40%, and he is the better player. So looking at those results, we can understand that Arsenal is actually bringing in a very good player. Let us look at some of the skills of Ben White and maybe try to understand what exactly is he all about on the pitch. Right then, lads, so here we are, Ben White on the pitch. What exactly is this guy all about? And one of the things I think you're gonna be gutted with is he was called for the Euros. Gareth Southgate actually called him with the England Euro, called him at the England Euro team. In Euro 2020. So I think one of the things we're gonna see much about him is the ability to play the ball. Absolutely ridiculous. He's an absolute beast when it comes to playing the ball. Not so good in the air. We've seen that, but again, that's a decent. Look at that. That's a very, very decent tackle. Very professional. He's a very clean centre back, by the way. And this is one of the things you're gonna love about him as Arsenal fans. The very decent, very clean and decent centre back. He only got 6 yellow cards in 36 appearances last season. That is one of the things that really surprised me. And maybe it makes him one of the best centre backs because of his clean record and his ability to stay very calm under pressure. Very, very calm. So look at that. I think he has the awareness. That's one of the things you're gonna look at. Very, very, very aware. He was playing with Lewis Dunk in that Brighton defense, and I think they really did a very good job, for Brighton last season. Our focus should be on the video and not on my face, so just focus on the video and look at what actually Ben White does last season. 36 games. Yeah, quite impressive, quite really impressive. And just 6 yellow cards, no red card. I think so good. He has, he's got the pace. That's another thing that a modern centre back should have. He's got the pace on his game. So you're never gonna have the likes of Rashford, the likes of Sancho sprinting against him. And it's a very, very strong centre back. Very strong. Look at that. Very strong tackles. Very, very strong tackles. Very strong. Look, I think we've not had a centre back ever since Loro Koscielny. We've not had a centre back who actually gives us everything, absolutely everything. So in terms of speed, he's the man. He's the man for you, Ben White. He was wearing shirt number 3. It would be very interesting to see what shirt number he'll be wearing at Arsenal, because shirt number 6 and shirt number 3. Well, I think he was wearing shirt number 6 in the Euros, right? Am I right? Shirt number 6, wasn't that Harry Maguire? Don't even remember his shirt number because it didn't actually appear, for any game in the Euros. But he was wearing shirt number 3 at Brighton. And one of the things you have to remember there is Kian Tierney puts on shirt number 3. It's gonna be very hard for him to take shirt number 3. Maybe shirt number 23, maybe, or 13. The ex-Renaissance shirt number. It'd be very interesting. But again, look at that. He's so aware of his space, very aware of his space, and you can't bully him. You really can't bully him. He's a ball. Look at that, very calm. Getting the ball back. Very good passing. I mean, we have not really seen much about him. But if you look at this clip, it actually and thanks everybody, thanks everybody for watching and smashing the like button. But you do understand what actually he is all about. You've not seen you've not seen him win so many headers. I think he's more of a guy about aerial. It's not a guy about aerial duels. He's he's a guy about ground duels. He's gonna win, all the balls down. And look at that, look at that confidence. It just gives you that, that kind of feeling that you have a Virgil van Dijk somewhere. Although he might not be that, he might not have, that experience and the quality maybe. But I think it's okay. I think it's fine. We might debate about the 50 million on the price tag, the money we have played. We might debate, about that. all day. But again, at some point in time, he's English, and there is always a premium. A premium amount you've got to pay for English players. We all know that, don't we? So what I really love about him is so calm. He's very, very calm, and I think being calm gives him the ability to pass the ball without much pressure. He's so calm. He's very, very calm as a centre back. Very calm. It's another thing. It's another quality I love about centre backs. When they're calm, it's really hard to go past them. It's really hard to dribble past them. But if they're under pressure, like Rob Holding, always under pressure, at times it becomes so hard to defend the ball. It really becomes so hard. But this one thing you love about Ben White: so concentrated, and he's fast as well. Very fast as well. I don't think he's a very slow centre back, despite his height. Very fast, and of course that gives him the ability to track back as soon as possible. Very good player, man. Very good player. What a player we've got. What a player we've got at our hands. 50 million, and I think we've got ourselves one of the coolest centre backs. One of the coolest centre backs in Premier League football. So if you do want to watch the whole clip, make sure you do visit Ghana TV. You'll be able to get the whole clip. But basically, that is all. That is what he's all about. That is what the guy is all about. And I'll speak to you soon.